Here I am in the middle of St. Augustine, right here, visiting the Fountain of Youth, that historic, mythical Fountain of Youth. So I'll be walking around, exploring a little bit, and before I decide to go in, look at these trees. Look at this majestic, beautiful trees. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful? Wow. It's like you could walk forever in this row. Look at these trees. Beautiful. Now let's go in. Follow me. So I'm entering the Fountain of Youth. Got like 3 hours to spend here, so trying to make the best of it. And here we have a beautiful statue of Pedro Menendez de Aviles, the founder of St. Augustine. September 8, 1565, Florida was founded on this site by Pedro Menendez de Aviles. With him were 400 soldiers, 200 sailors, and 100 colonists. These colonists included stone cutters, carpenter, farriers, blacksmiths, Celtic surgeons, and a master brewer. You are standing in the first settlement of our nation's oldest city. Beautiful statue of the man himself. So, De Soto was the first European to enter Florida in 1513, but Menendez and his men were the one that colonized and founded first European settlement here in St. Augustine, Florida. Okay, so this is our Fountain of Youth. I'm about to
They are the ones that work for you.
Let's see what it says now. Looks like mineral water.
This is
there's gonna be a show soon. So, firearm show. It's a nice, beautiful park. I hope I got time to see everything here. So, let's look around. This is a statue of Juan Ponce de Leon. The man himself, born in Spain, 1460, governor of San Juan, Puerto Rico. He made the first recorded sea voyage to what is now the United States of North America. 1513. Weapon presentation. It's right here. 245. Look at this. Here we have a monument. March 1513, the Juan Ponce de Leon set sail from Puerto Rico in search of the Bimini and the Fountain of Youth. Easter Sunday, March 27, he sighted this land and named it Florida. Site. It's a lot of archaeological areas around this place.
For a minute or two. If you look at either side of me, you're going to see these old iron barrels that we have mounted. I'm sure as you walk through the park today, you notice these guns all over the place. Collecting about ketamine techniques. The great examples, however, of muzzle-loaded cannons. And what we mean by muzzle-loading, load and operate this gun, everything gets loaded to the front of the barrel. First thing goes in is a bag of powder, then your wadding, and then your cannonball. Now the whole thing's going to get rammed to the rear. Now back on the very top is a little hole. It's called a vent hole. Fill it up with the priming powder, touch it off with a match, you have a nice big boom. Reloading. Same process will take you about 90 seconds, but you do have to add one step. See this thing with the sponge on it? Between each and every shot, you're going to take this, soak it in a bucket of water, and then you're going to swab your barrel out. Trust me when I tell you, the last thing in the world you want to do is take a fresh bag of powder, shove it down an iron tube, and burning embers in the back. That will not bode well for you. Well, once the barrel's swabbed out, you're back through your powder, your water, your bolt, prime it, and go. The 3 guns we have mounted on these pedestals back here are Spanish 9-pounders. These are side here.
Look at that, you can actually see the whole area, the bay. Two canyons is right over there. You see all the different channels. There's the cannon that was just fired. So here I am, on a watchtower here. So that was another historic excitation. Let's go down. Okay, so we have a village. And you can see it looks like, or representation of what it looks like, Indian village. Okay.
That's cool. Timucua.
That would be a different life.
Yeah. Hi. That is a real cat.
You're literally living
This is very neat.
Have any questions or curiosities, please ask.
Oh wow. Emma, look. These are all real, I'm assuming.
They are. The only
Okay.
thing not really is that one, the last one.
Oh, well, I okay. What's the alligator?
walking to a Timucuan Indian burial ground.
On April 13, 1934, while planting orange trees, a gardener accidentally came upon the first skeleton. The authorities, having been notified, determined the bones to be of an aboriginal Indian. The Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. was therefore contacted, and several days later, Dr. Matthew Sterling, director of the Department of Ethnology and Archaeology, came and positively identified the burial as a Timucuan Indian male,
Christian Indian burial
under Christian influence. It was a major find. A month later, Dr. Sterling, with the Institute staff, set up camp and excavated some 47 Catholic burials of Timucuan Indians. He determined these Indian internments were of the first Spanish occupational period, occurring while this portion of the Indian town was occupied as the first colony of St.Augustine. The remains, which are buried just a few feet below the sand before you, have been on display in full view for years here. However, on December 14, 1991, a reburial and full mass were performed by the Catholic Church to pay final respect to America's first inhabitants.
This is where they are buried. Actual Indian burial ground.
No weapons were found on this site, only pottery bits and beads, some of which are on display in our museum. Subsequent archaeological digs in 1976 and 1985 by Dr. Kathleen Deegan, who is director and chairperson of the Florida State Museum, have revealed building foundations, artifacts, and relics locating the first successful North American integration of Indian and European cultures, all here on this site. Finally, the murals displayed on the walls depict the three distinct time periods of the Timucuan culture. First, on the left, the prehistoric. This began about 1,000 years before the birth of Christ. The center illustrates the advanced era. The culture has advanced from scavenging and independent family units to organized farming, fishing, and military territorial domination, all occurring within a strictly structured social order. On the right, with the founding of the first Spanish colony inside the Indian town, the Timucuans are now absorbed into the Franciscan period, which lasted from 1565 to 1763. From the artifacts excavated, the cultural interactions are now being investigated between two extremely diverse cultures.
So that's the Indian burial ground, very sacred site of the Timucuan Indians. So these are two canons from the USS Constitution. Wow. Two historical cannons. Okay. We got a couple of peacocks. A lot of peacocks around here. Look at this guy. Beautiful. A bunch of them. One over there, one over there, one over there, one over there, one over here. Look at that. Indian peafowl. Peafowl.